Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, there's a new housewife in New York. Meet the newest member of the cast. Plus, what is the bigger show, WandaVision or Bridgerton? It's all in the hot dish. Also ahead today, we are reminded of not one, but two national treasures, LeVar Burton and Dolly Parton. And Bloody Mary Bonanza, they are one of the most popular cocktails around, and Stephanie Hansen will tell you the best places to find them. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Anoka. Good morning, South Minneapolis. Good morning, Princeton, Rochester, Duluth. And good morning to you, and welcome to The Jason Show. I'm Jace. Please say hello to my sidekick sister from another mister and America's favorite seat filler. It's Kendall, everybody. Good morning.
I've never been prouder than to be a seat filler.
Yeah, for award shows, you know when they get people to fill the seats?
Oh, yeah.
Well, people go party, so you sit there and you fill the seats.
What a sad job. Hey, have fun, go party. I'm just going to sit here for you.
You know what I'm going to say?
What?
That's my favorite Kendall Mark outfit ever.
I know, the ruffles.
I love that. That's in our publicity photo, and it's my favorite ever. I don't care what outfit you ever get for the rest of your life, or as long as we work together.
Okay.
That will always be my favorite Kendall Mark outfit.
Thanks, Jason.
Right there.
Thank you.
Let's say hello to my favorite audience. Say hello to Cheryl and June. Good morning, ladies. Look at my June. June, we're going to start with you. We're going to start with a joke that June wrote. June writes, she couldn't get into Yale, she couldn't get into Harvard, but she got into Princeton, Minnesota. That's right. You're from Princeton, right, June?
Yes, indeed, I am.
Well, you know, I love... do you have a little bit of a Southern accent?
Quite so. I'm a Southern belle from Kentucky.
Yes! Oh, June! I love it. Where my family, or as we say, June knows this, my kin are from Cumberland. Where are you from?
Oh, Arlington, near Paducah.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I know Cumberland, yeah.
Yeah.
So Kentucky, we're known for fast horses and beautiful women, or beautiful horses and fast women. Figure out which one I am.
Okay. There's nothing better. I mean, sincerely. Cheryl, how much are we're having fun already? Cheryl, look at your giraffes behind you, Cheryl. Look at your photo behind you. I'm loving that.
I know.
Where?
Yep, those are my giraffes.
Where are you? God, I love our audience.
I have two friends, Kathy and Sandy, and I saw this picture and I thought, that's three amigos right there.
Cheryl, where are you zooming in from?
I'm zooming in from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Bessemer.
Oh, wow. We are all over the map today. I love it. Well, the ladies are going to be sticking around a little bit later. Thank you so much, guys. Okay. Can we take, how great is June?
I love them both. I love that
and
everybody...
Cheryl with the giraffe photos.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. She's from Michigan.
Right. I love that people can be in the audience now that normally back then couldn't drive over here. So
yeah. Until we get, and eventually we'll get the studio audience back. But right now, this is great. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing well, I think.
Why do you think?
Well, why don't you tell everyone at home why I might be insulted?
Okay, yeah. Audience, I think I insulted Kendall earlier.
You think?
I guess I did, their crew. I guess I did, because today I was on the Twitter machine, and I'm going through, and I was trying to find some new people to follow, and I was like, and then, the Twitter gives you suggestions of who to follow. And I was like, okay, follow this person, and one of the suggestions popped up. It said, you should follow Kendall Mark. And I thought to myself, oops, I don't follow Kendall already? So I hit the follow button real darn quick. And then you were notified. And then what did you tweet out?
Oh, it was something along being I should be really, let me look this up.
You don't know if you should be offended or honored.
Yes, highly offended or honored that you finally followed me.
I know. Well, I mean, we haven't been together that long. I'm just joking. We've been together for now a couple years, but I'm just saying.
A couple years. We're going on year 3. It was offended this hasn't happened yet, or honored that it's finally happening.
Oh.
Jason, I have your phone number. I've been in your car. I like know your dogs. I know your husband. I know everything about you, and you can't follow me on Twitter. It's too hard for you. But wait, he also didn't follow our show for a while, so I can't be that offended.
I don't know if I have your number, actually. I'm just joking. I have your number. I've texted you. You're right. You shouldn't be offended. You just said it. I didn't even follow my own darn show for years.
Nope, that's why this is faux offended.
Yeah, this is faux offended. I didn't follow the Jason show. Take a shot. My name is on the floor.
I know.
That's me. I didn't even follow my own show.
When we figured that out, it was the
hysterical.
Funniest moment ever.
Yeah. But anyway, I follow you now, and you're delightful. Leo, roll before I have to dig more. Leo, roll it. Let's get started, everybody. Okay, first up, there's another addition to the Real Housewives of New York. I'm excited about this. E! News says Bershawn Shaw will join the ladies of the 13th season. That's her right there. She's a business coach, motivational speaker, and author. She and Ebony K. Williams will be the first black women to be featured on the show. Those two will be joining returning housewives Luann, Sonia, Ramona, and Leah, who I love. I'm so excited for this. Same thing I felt about the Bachelor franchise. I don't know why it took them that long to add some fantastic black women to this cast, but I'm glad they're doing it now. And these two, I've done my research, guys. I've done my research.
Yes.
They're fantastic. I looked at them. I looked up both of them. They have such a wonderful background, so many great experiences to bring to the show. I think they're both sassy. I think they're both going to give it to Ramona. Let's hope. And I am really looking forward. You know, New York is one of my faves. Y'all know I love the New York and I love Beverly Hills. But I've been missing Bethany. I have a feeling these two will quench the thirst.
We'll fill that hole in your heart.
For Bethany, yeah.
Will you explain? I thought this was interesting because I'm not a huge person that watches these shows. Will you explain to me how quickly it seemed like they brought on these new characters, but because they were already filming and now this is just coming out. But you said they kind of slowly bring people in, right?
Yeah, so good question for all of you that you don't watch Housewives. When they have a potential new person that they may want to add to the cast, what they do is they say, hey, we're going to kind of try you out. So we're going to invite you to maybe a party where the ladies are going to be at. We're going to invite you to another event. If that person gels well with the rest of the cast, they can be promoted to what's called a friend. And then if they gel really well, then Bravo can make the decision on the spot to make them a full cast member and give them an apple. And that's what obviously they did with this young lady. So
you get the apple.
I can't wait. The Real Housewives of New York. No premiere date yet. We'll keep you updated. Next in the dish, we're all judging each other's Zoom backgrounds these days, but Leslie Jones has gone viral. This is so good. She's so good on Insta. With her reviews of TV reporters' home studios. She was on Wendy yesterday and the two talked about it. Look.
You, like me, we criticize or adore people's houses. You know, everybody's broadcasting from home and stuff. I just want to show everybody and then we can discuss. Take a look.
Okay. Whoa, he's cute. Very cute. But how old is he? Because this is a dorm room for sure. Or either just his corner. Like his wife said, you know what? Get all your this is your corner. This is your corner. Make work. I'll give you the bookshelf that we used to use over at Nana House, but this is your corner. Put all your here.
What was going on there?
Okay, so funny because that guy, I never get that guy because he's always on site. So this one time he decided to do it from his house. And it's hilarious because his wife hits me after and she's like, yep, that's pretty much where I put him so he can do his reports. Yeah, you were right. It's a corner in the house.
See,
so good. Leslie stars in the Coming to America sequel. It's dropping on Amazon Prime Video on Friday. If you don't, now look, if you're allergic to curse words, I would not follow Leslie.
Oh.
However, if you are not allergic to cuss words, you need to follow her because her commentary is better than watching the news in general. No offense. It's happier, I should say. I watch the news, but I watch Fox 9 News every night.
And every morning. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Every morning, too. Shameless plug. I get $1 in my check when I say that. But anyway, follow Leslie. She's hysterical. Done. Next in the dish, we have a new champion among the streaming heavyweights. according to Variety. WandaVision was the most viewed streaming title in January. The Disney Plus show was viewed more than, listen to this, more than 81 million times, or 81 times more than the average title. WandaVision, that means WandaVision beat out Bridgerton and the animated film Soul. Those two came in second and third. Netflix still retained the title as the most viewed streaming platform for that month. Wow. I mean, look, apples, I mean, it's like apples and Honeycrisp apples. They're both great shows, great buzzy shows. Bridgerton's still a juggernaut. It'll be back.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about, you know, I watch the show because that couple, and if they're not the focus, I don't know how I feel. But, you know, and there's a lot of nudity, a lot of butts.
That's a problem?
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Okay, I mean, hope not.
I don't know. Let's ask June. June knows everything. June, did you watch Bridgerton?
Yeah. I have pondered it a bit. I haven't seen enough tush to really get an idea of the tush meter.
Well, June, believe me, if the tush meter goes to about a 10, it's about a 9 for Bridgerton.
Woo!
Oh, okay. All right. Well, can you tell me what area in the show that I can find just the tush automatically? What point do I stream to?
June, when
How
we
many
get
minutes in?
yeah, we'll give you when we get done, June. I'll give you the time codes to all the nudity. Okay, as soon as we're done with the show.
Good.
Thank you, ladies. Cheryl, you too. I'll get you a list. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can we just have June and Cheryl for the rest of the show? I mean, sincerely, let's have Cheryl and June the whole show. Seriously.
You can for real fire me today.
No. You're not fired. You're not going anywhere, Ruffles. You're
sorry.
staying right there. No,
Okay.
I need you.
Okay.
That's your nickname today, Ruffles.
Ruffles.
I love it. Not the
Fantastic.
chip, the sleeve.
Both good choices.
Ruffle. Look, if you're gonna have dip, you got to have a Ruffles chip. Yeah. You can't have a flat chip. We have a lot more to come, everybody. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us. We're not done yet. Coming up on The Jason Show, there are so many different styles of Bloody Marys, but which ones truly are Tina Turner simply the best? Stephanie Hansen has a look at the Bloody Mary Festival. Then, Hot Dish goes well with Bloody Marys, so we have more. Dolly Parton proves yet again why she is a national treasure. Find out why. And can you imagine anyone other than Robin Williams in that role in the Birdcage? Well, that almost didn't happen. We have a great list of missed movie roles. That and more when The Jason Show continues.
These are things that you have said, the words that have come out of your mouth. I'm going to read these quotes to you. You tell me if you can remember who you said them about, okay?
Okay.
He's the worst member of the boy band. He doesn't realize he's standing next to Timberlake. When the girls are throwing panties at his head, he's going to get hit by some drive-by panties, but they're meant for Timberlake.
Hey, that's my good friend Draymond Green.
Draymond Green is correct. He steps on the scale and it says, 1 at a time, please.
That's got to be Oliver Miller.
That's Shaquille O'Neal. If God is so great, how come he didn't give you a better jump shot? Who did you say that
to? Kenny Smith.
AC Green. One more. And this, you better quit yelling at me, Karen.
Oh, that's Shaquille.
Shaquille O'Neal, that is right.
What a great bit. What a great bit, Jimmy. Sir Charles the Barkley on Kimmel last night. I love, look, I know Charles puts his foot in his mouth sometimes, and he says some stuff that I'm like, Charles, ... I love him. I love Barkley. I love him. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. So good. More late night. Super Bowl MVP Tom Brady was on with Corden, and he talked about the party after winning the game. Remember that? Look.
I
I mean, I know the outcome and my heart's still in my mouth when I see it. Was there any bit of you thinking, what do I do if this goes in the water?
Okay, first of all, I was not thinking at that moment. There was not a thought. And I found out later that had that been an incomplete pass, that would have went down like 80 feet.
You're never seeing it again.
So I'm so happy to Cam.
Whose voice is it that you hear say, no? Can you, there's somebody shouts, no, don't do it.
That's my little 8-year-old daughter. Daddy, no.
Oh, no.
And who could imagine that an 8-year-old girl would have the most sense of anybody in that whole area at the time? Like, you know, she's the voice of reason. I mean, go figure.
Kids say the darndest things. Tom is recovering from an off-season knee injury, but plans to return to the field in the fall. Can you imagine, like us tossing our Emmys around? You know what I mean?
People were offended by that.
What?
Oh, we don't have any to toss around.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have any Emmys.
I forgot about that.
Our show doesn't have any. Thanks, Jeff. I forgot about that.
Oh.
The opera in Iowa wins every time.
Maybe it's because we were tossing them and they're in the Mississippi somewhere.
Thanks for... No. Let's go to the audience. Cheryl, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but have you ever broken anything like of huge value, like maybe like an heirloom, a statue? Cheryl, have you ever, like maybe in a store, have you ever broken something big?
Oh, yes.
Cheryl's like, of course I have.
And then you blame it on somebody else.
Exactly.
Walk away.
June, my love, have you ever broken anything?
Just hearts.
I'm done. I'm just done. I can't. Stop it, June.
I tell you, I can't help it.
I love you. Okay, ladies, we'll check back in with you in a little bit.
Oh, Jason.
How can I host the show? She's 50,000 times better than me.
She's real funny.
It should be called June. Can we get the graphics department? We can reuse the J.
Yeah.
And then we have an N.
Sheila says you're fired.
June, who? Sheila Oliver?
Yeah, she says you're fired. June's in.
Oh, did she just text?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The June and Cheryl show. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Kendall, we'll go back to Dairy Queen. We'll work at Dairy Queen.
Drink pina coladas.
Yeah. Next in the dish, Dolly Parton has officially gotten a dose of her own medicine. Dolly, you may have seen this, but there's another little soundbite. She did like a 4-minute video. Dolly got her first shot of the Moderna vaccine yesterday. That is the same vaccine that she donated $1 million to back at the beginning of the pandemic. And she didn't mince words when it came to folks that maybe don't want to have the vaccine. Look.
I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So I'm very happy that I'm going to get my Moderna shot today. And I wanted to tell everybody, I think you should get out there and do it too. I just wanted to encourage everybody, because the sooner we get to feeling better, the sooner we are going to get back to being normal. So I just want to say to all of you cowards out there, don't be such a chicken squat. Get out there and get shot.
That's right. Only Dolly can say that. Don't be a chicken squat.
Go get your
shot. That's my girl right there. That is fantastic.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, let's all jokes aside for a second. God bless her. I mean, donating $1 million to the effort. And I know what people go, well, she has a lot of money. Celebrities don't have to spend money.
No.
Nobody should tell anybody how to do their money. But she did it, and my goodness. And she's walking the walk, and she waited. They wanted to give it to her right away. She says, no, I'll wait my true time in line. Her time was up, and there you go. She got the shot. And a great message, because, you know, if there's a celebrity that can cross every demographic, every political line, it's Dolly Parton. So hopefully some of her fans that are maybe on the fence will listen. So, yeah, I love that.
I loved with the song, when the Jolene vaccine version.
Vaccine.
Just like that.
Vaccine.
The end of it shows, once you're dead, it's too late.
Too late, yeah. Dolly. Next in the dish, some leftover hot dish from the weekend. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad we brought this back, because if you didn't see it, you should see it. LeVar Burton was featured on CBS Sunday Morning a couple days ago. He's, of course, known for his role in Roots, Star Trek, and is the longtime host of Reading Rainbow. On Star Trek, he faced a rather unique challenge that tested his skills. Look.
But the character of Geordi was blind, And for most of the run, Burton performed with a visor covering his eyes.
And how do you act without your eyes?
That's what I had to figure out. I used my body, I used my voice.
How did this happen?
I was born that way.
And your parents let you live?
What kind of question is that? Of course they let me live. I really had to develop other ways of communicating everything that I wanted the audience to know about that character.
The whole profile, guys, you need to see. What immediately struck me, and it's the very beginning of the piece, and it never, I feel bad, it never registered. LeVar is such a piece of the fabric, the quilt of popular culture in the latter half of the 20th century. Because think about it. There are 3 different types of fans, and he joked that he can identify. You either know LeVar from Star Trek, you know him from Reading Rainbow, or you know him, or your introduction to him came from Roots. And if you know, as a pop culture elder, I always like throwing in some nuggets. If you are a youngin' watching our show and you have no idea what Roots is, first of all, it was a best-selling book, then made into a mini-series. And it was 8 consecutive nights on ABC. And it was really the first time on television that slavery was depicted from the standpoint of the slave. And it made television history, and it almost didn't happen. ABC didn't have a lot of faith in it. But not only were they wrong, but it ended up making television history. Over 100 million people. Just think, 100 million people watched over the 8 nights in the late 70s, 77? Anyway, it made TV history. And LeVar Burton was the star, the young, unknown star. It had a stellar cast, but LeVar was the star and turned him into an international success.
We watched it in our history classes in middle school. We watched the whole series. And I remember we talked beforehand about this is a story and it's not going to make anything pretty for you. This is like what happened to people, and it's going to be hard to watch. And it was really big for us. I also, of course, remember him from Reading Rainbow.
Yes,
I was the kid. I was that age when it was really big in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know.
And Ted just checked. Our Jason Show research team just checked. I was right. 1977. Again, I can't tell you where Utah is on the map, but I can tell you when Roots ran on ABC. That's why I have this job, I guess.
The gifts give.
Still ahead, everybody. Yeah. By the way, he's Reading Rainbow 23 years. 23 years as the host of Reading Rainbow.
I believe it.
That's amazing. With LeVar, another national treasure. Coming up, have a hankering for a Bloody Mary? I mean, you know, it's 12 o'clock somewhere, I guess. Stephanie Hansen will join us with some of her favorite mixes to take your bloody to the next level. That and more when we come back. Bloody Marys come in all shapes and sizes, but they are not all created equal. Here to talk about the Bloody Mary Festival from the Weekly Dish. Ladies and gentlemen, look at her. It's our food princess, Stephanie Hansen. Good morning, Steph.
Hello, good morning. Is it too early to start drinking?
Well, Steph, we've been friends for a long time. You know the answer to that. Okay, how is this? Can you explain to the folks what, just the mechanism? What is the festival? How does it work?
Okay, normally the Bloody Mary Festival gets Bloody Mary mixes from all over the country, and they sample restaurants, and you buy your ticket, and you go to an event center, and you and 1,000 other people drink Bloody Marys, but COVID, right?
Yeah.
So they had to figure out a way to pivot and to do it a little bit differently. So this is Bloody Mary Fest in a box, and you get all of these mixes, enough for, they say, 12 drinks. You get some glassware, you get a cute little information about how to do your garnishes. And what you do is you watch this event that's going to be happening on March 20th at 12 o'clock noon, and you participate and learn about the makers that have made these delicious Bloody Mary mixes, and you can sample and try them. So it's like going to this festival, but it's virtual, of course.
So some of the previous winners will be names that Jason Show viewers will be familiar with. One of my favorites in Stillwater, No Neck Tony's, right? Right, Steph? And then
yes,
the Happy Gnome and Doc's Bar and Grill. 3 good ones, right, my friend?
Yes, very good. And there's a lot of good restaurant Bloody Marys in town, but a lot of the places are just starting to get open. So I think while you're waiting to kind of have a full-on outdoor patio season or going into restaurants, because some are open, some are just getting open, this will tide you over. It's $89 for the box, but you get 12 drinks and you mix your own vodka with them. And you get to watch this 90-minute presentation where you get to meet the makers. And I've done a couple of these virtual events. They're pretty fun.
Okay, now before we get to the specifics of what's in the box, I just want to ask you a general question because you are a foodie, you do drink. What do you think? Because everyone, and I'm not kidding, everyone has a different like with their Bloody Marys. Some people like it spicy. Some think it's all about the tomato juice. For you, in your expert opinion, what really does make a great Bloody Mary? Where does it start?
For me, it starts where everything starts in cooking, which is the ingredients. So if you're using fresh tomatoes, if you're using fresh grown peppers, if you're using seasonal ingredients, if you're dehydrating things that are tasty and delicious and putting them in your drinks. You know, some people like horseradish Bloody Marys, some people don't. It's kind of like pizza, right? Some people like deep dish, some people like thin crust. Bloody Marys really run the gamut. And that isn't even touching on the garnishes, because some people go real crazy and there's a chicken wing and a burger in the garnish. And other people keep it kind of simple.
Yeah, where are you on the garnish? Because I've seen some places, Steph, they literally have a whole rotisserie chicken. I mean, and it gets a little crazy. And they have like a third grader propped up on the glass.
Here's my snotty foodie opinion, okay?
Oh, be snotty. Come on, Steph.
Oh, yeah. If your Bloody Mary requires all of that to make it good, I have concerns. I'm a purist. I want your Bloody Mary to taste delicious. I want it to be a little thick. I want it to taste kind of like my garden tastes in the summertime, and I don't want a chicken wing in it.
Girl, now see, audience, you think, now you look at her. Take a good look at Steph. You think, oh, look at her. She looks so sweet. She's so nice. Look at her, angelic. What you just heard right there, that's the Steph that I get to see when we're sitting at a booth and we're 3 cocktails in, right, Steph?
Yes, that's the sizzle.
That's right. Okay, what's in the box?
Okay, so in the box we have, this is Brute's Bloody Mary mix. This is from Michigan. She named it after her dog. It's got a lot of Worcestershire. I may just taste a little bit of this one.
Go ahead, Steph, your segment.
Yum, it's super thick. I love it. Ooh, hot too, spicy. This one is Back Pocket Provisions. This one's neat because they use all the produce from farms that people don't buy because it's ugly. So you can see it's really a different color. It looks really vegetal.
What, did you just say vegetal? Did you just make up a word?
No, it's a real word. It means like they take all the vegetables and they blend them all up.
Okay.
That one's really good. I like it. So far, we're doing really great here. The third one, this is the foodie one, Jace. This is the one that like is super chefy. It's called Toma.
Toma?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take that. How is it?
That's from New Rochelle, New York. Funny enough, I like it the least so far.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just a little too precious.
Okay.
This one's Pickly, Pittsburgh Pickle Company. They're a pickle company, and they sold so many pickles, they decided to make a Bloody Mary mix.
Okay, take that one. Let's see how she feels on that.
Oh, my gosh. I love pickles. Pickles are the best, and it makes the best brine because it's salty.
So that's
This one's Nan's.
Okay, so
this one's from Hudson.
Nan's, Naughty and Nice in Wisconsin.
Yes, and Peggy is Nan's daughter and decided to make Nan's famous mix.
Okay, go ahead, Steph. Take a swig.
So funny. It's sweet, like the Midwest pizza sauce. It's not spicy at all. It's thick and it's sweet. It's quite delicious, but it's very different from the other ones from Michigan, Virginia, and the coasts.
Okay, if you had to pick, Steph, right now, if you were on a game show and you had to pick the one for you and your taste profile that you love the most, which one would you give it to?
The first one, Brute's.
Brute's?
It was sweet, but it was spicy. It had a good amount of salt to it, and the texture was really nice.
Perfect. Now, Stephanie isn't going anywhere. She's going to take a swig of water to get a little spicy, huh, Steph? Yep, okay. Steph is gonna get
Spicy hot.
Steph's gonna get some water in that break, and we're not done with her. More Bloody Mary mania when we return. Back after this. Get that woman some water. We're back with Steph Hansen. Go ahead and put her up. Steph, in that break, executive producer Jeff showed me a picture of a Bloody Mary he had one time. It had an egg roll, mashed potatoes, a hamburger, like pot roast, a 7th grader, a Schwinn bicycle. I mean, it was like, Steph, it was an old intern. I mean, it had it's like, you're right, that's not a drink, that's a meal.
That's a meal and a daycare if we're putting all the 7th graders and the children.
That's right. Okay, Steph, what we're going to do local. We did one in that last segment, but we're going to do local Bloody Mary mixes that you love right now. Take it away. Where are we starting?
Yeah, so a lot of these folks would be in the Bloody Mary Festival, but because it couldn't actually come to town, they are not. So I thought, well, let's give them their own Bloody Mary Festival, right? And highlight our Minnesota makers.
Absolutely.
Because you know I'm a homegirl. I love Minnesota. So my first one is from my friend Charles Lovejoy. And he was a bartender at the Happy Gnome. And he made a lot of their beautiful Bloody Mary mixes. And he decided to bottle it. It is Lovejoy's Bloody Mary mix. And he's also got Burn Yo Face Off hot sauce, which is real hot. And what I love about Charles is that every time you buy his mix, money goes back into the community and it helps people that are unhoused and also kids and young adults that are having issues with mental health. So
Yeah.
I love that about him. He's such a great guy. He's also got, and this is a little secret special thing, you check out his website, Lovejoy's Bloody Mary Mix, because they have a Thai basil mix that's not for sale right now. They do like special editions, but that one is a real beauty.
We've had him on the show, and I say yes to everything you just said. Admittedly, I do not love Bloody Marys. I loved his. Like, I did love that. I liked his mix.
He's super great, and he's back bartending at Holman's in St. Paul. They just are starting to open for brunch. They actually open this weekend, and that's at the St. Paul airport. It's a really fun little spot. So you can go and sit at his bar and have his mix. He will be pouring it at Holman's table.
Okay, Fast Mary.
Okay, Fast Mary is this woman, Wendy. She's a super cool chick. She's got all these tats. And she makes this elixir that you just put in your regular tomato juice, and it has all the Bloody Mary stuff in it. And it's a really easy thing to have around. It's great at the cabin, or if you're making like Bloody Marys for a crowd, like a bartender would, and you don't want to keep putting all the ingredients in the individual glasses. So Fast Marys, you can find it at your grocery store, at your liquor store. It has all the good stuff in it that makes your Bloody Mary fantastic.
So we've had Fast Mary, Lovejoy's. Next, Drake's. Tell us about Drake's.
Okay, Drake's is like vegan, gluten-free, kosher. It is run by a bunch of folks in Minnesota, and they sell a pack of this organic vodka with this Bloody Mary mix. And it's pretty good. I kind of thought that it was just sort of a shill for the vodka, but I actually liked the mix, and it dates back apparently back to the 1920s, the Bloody Mary does, and they just decided to sell it in companionship. So I thought that was a smart idea.
Next, Here's the Deal Spice Company.
Okay, this is the rim that you see. So you always want to have a little lime juice or water, and then you want to salt your rim. And this is a cute couple, Tom and Nicole, and they made this spice mix because they were getting married, and they gave it as a party favor, and it was a steak sauce rub that people liked so much, they started a spice company. And now they've got the Bloody Mary mix for rimming your glass. And they're just a super cute couple. I love them so much. Their 127 mix for steak is awesome. And I really enjoy their Bloody Mary salted rim mix too. And if you don't want to salt the rim, you could just put like a teaspoon in your Bloody Mary. It's the same thing.
And finally, Craft and Vine Picklery.
Okay, the pickle is a big part of the Bloody Mary, right? So this guy, he's local. It's Craft and Vine Picklery. They cold press the pickles. So they have this great crunch. They stay really delicious. You can see all the herbs that they use inside the container. I just think their pickles are great. And I just started learning about these guys, and you can buy these at Kowalski's, Lunds and Byerly's, Hy-Vee, and they're just fresh. Like, they taste better than my pickles from my garden, to be perfectly honest.
Well, before you leave, I got to say, you know, you start these trends because the last time you were on, you gave me those shortbread cookies from Dueling Grandmas. And I know that you know this, but maybe, and I mentioned it once on the show, since we did that segment, that poor guy hasn't left his kitchen. He's made thousands and thousands and thousands of cookies because when you recommend something, people listen, which I love about our audience. So, yes.
It makes my heart happy to support these local folks. You know, it makes a huge difference.
It does. All of you watching, it really does. And it is my new favorite thing about doing this show is the fact that all of you listen and take our recommendations. Steph, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Bye, sweetie. The Bloody Mary Festival is March 20th at noon. For tickets, go to thebloodymaryfest.com and also follow Stephanie on Instagram and go to her website, stephaniesdish.com. Still ahead, we're talking about actors who missed out on some iconic roles. You're going to love this list. We'll be back after this.
What about me? What do? Do I just stand here like an object?
No. You do an eclectic celebration of the dance. You do Fosse, Fosse, Fosse. You do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham. Or Twyla, Twyla, Twyla. Or Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd. Or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. But you keep it all inside. All right, just work on that. I'll be right back.
One of the most classic scenes from a classic movie, The Birdcage, featuring the late, great, still can't believe I have to say late, the late great Robin Williams. Welcome back. That movie turns 25 years old this year. Nathan Lane, who played Albert in the movie, is sharing some new details about The Birdcage in a new interview with the Daily Beast. He revealed, listen to this, Steve Martin was originally cast in the movie as Robin's character, Armand, with Williams playing Nathan Lane's character. But Martin had to drop out, so Robin switched characters, and then they hired Nathan Lane. Now, also, it's funny, it's weird to think about a world where not everyone knows Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane wasn't a big star. I mean, he was in Broadway, but he wasn't known to a lot of mainstream audiences. That was his first big thing. And since then, that movie, there are some things that you couldn't right now, you couldn't get away with. There are jokes and references that would be problematic now. If we put those on the shelf for a second, to me, that movie gets better with time. I look at it. It's directed by the late, great Mike Nichols. It's so good. It's one of the movies that I watch a lot in the background because it just makes me happy. Gene Hackman, oh God, and Diane Wiest is in that. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Okay, it's one, I think you'll really enjoy it, yeah. There are a ton of actors in Hollywood who missed out or passed on some major roles, from Gwyneth Paltrow turning down Titanic to Tom Hanks saying, no, to Jerry Maguire. Here are a few more you will not believe. Start off, John Lithgow was offered the role as the Joker in the very first Tim Burton directed Batman in '89, but turned it down, and obviously, we all know, the part went to Jack Nicholson.
I could see that.
Could you see it?
Yeah.
I can see it now. I don't know if I could have seen it then. Lithgow was a known actor. He did Footloose. He did Terms of Endearment. But, I don't know. If I was Warner Brothers, I get why they didn't put him in there. That would have been, yeah. Next, Julia Roberts. She turned down the lead in Sleepless in Seattle, making room for Meg Ryan to take the role and cement her role as America's sweetheart. Now, this is one of them where, look, I love that movie. I don't want to think of anyone else other than Meg in there. I can see Julia in that role, though.
Yeah, I mean, at that time, she also was in a lot of those sort of romantic, big smile, pretty movies like that.
Because it was 93, so it was 2 years after Pretty Woman. She had done Sleeping with the Enemy. I would like all your towels perfectly aligned. Yeah, but have you ever seen Sleeping with the Enemy?
No.
Another good movie.
I'm sorry.
God, I need to rewatch that. That's so good. Anyway, Jennifer Hudson won an Oscar for her movie debut in Dreamgirls in 2006, but she turned down a role in another Oscar-winning movie. Precious. Jennifer was offered the lead, but said no because she didn't want another job associated with her weight. Instead, the role went to Gabrielle Sidibe, who earned an Oscar nomination.
She's one that I haven't heard from for a while either. Not
Hudson?
Jennifer Hudson, but
Gabrielle?
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
She was so good in that.
She was fantastic. And that is one that I can't see anybody else. I mean, I love Jennifer.
Yeah.
I love Jennifer. Can't see her in that role.
Right. That one worked out how it should have.
Yeah. And that was, if memory serves me right, that was right during when she was with Weight Watchers. She was a spokesperson. And they are very strict on what you can do. I remember them kind of getting into a spat with the Oprah Winfrey Show. Jennifer was being interviewed by Oprah, and Oprah wanted to know, like we all did at that point, how much weight did you lose?
Right.
The Weight Watchers person didn't want Jennifer to answer it.
Like the actual poundage she wasn't allowed to say.
Well, you try saying no to Oprah as you're sitting in the seats of the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Sweating.
That did not go over, and Oprah got to ask the question. Yes. Next, you won't believe what movie Reese Witherspoon turned down. Look.
So where are you?
Your front porch.
Oh, I love Scream. She was offered the role of Sydney in the original Scream, but said, nah, nope, it went to Neve Campbell. And thus, a horror franchise was birthed. I love, that's one of my favorite franchises. Next, a cult movie favorite, Beetlejuice. Someone besides Winona Ryder was supposed to play Lydia in the movie. Who? Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker. Nope, can't see it. But SJP turned it down along with other 80s stars like Molly Ringwald and Brooke Shields. Oh, wow. As they said in Pretty Woman, big mistake, huge. I'm going shopping. Finally, imagine someone else playing this Oscar-winning role.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Oh, okay, all of you watching right now, just take a second, guess who I'm gonna say. Go. Okay, John Travolta.
That was not anyone's guess.
Nope.
No
John
one.
Travolta turned down Forrest Gump to make the movie Pulp Fiction instead. You know what? All turned out. It turned out the way it was supposed to.
Right.
That movie regenerated John's career. Yeah. Good list.
Good list.
Good last.
I love that last nugget too. I did not see John Travolta,
No.
and the movie he picked was a great one anyway.
That's right. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. All stupid is and stupid does. We're back, everybody. Thank you so much for watching each and every day. Kendall and I appreciate it. So does our family, and so do the people we pay our bills to. Hey, don't forget, if you miss our show, you can always catch it on YouTube a little bit later in the day. Search for The Jason Show. Hit that subscribe button, then hit that reminder, and it'll tell you when we upload new photos. In my hand, I hold today's Mystic Bubblegum Goodbye question. You ready, Kendall?
Mystic.
What's the dumbest way you've been injured?
It's way too easy.
We'll be back to answer that question and say goodbye to our audience right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Saying goodbye to our audience today, Cheryl and June. Ladies, you've been some of my favorites. I love you. Please come back and see us, okay?
There's my kitty.
June is precious to the last. I love it. Bye, Cheryl. Bye, sweetheart. Kendall, you have a nice little shout out.
I do. Okay, so my cousin Leanne, she used to babysit me. I think she's a Disney princess to this day. She just had her third baby.
Aww.
We have a picture of her name. That's my cousin Leanne. And Willa Louise is her name.
Willa?
Willa. She's got the biggest Mark family cheeks. Look at that. We all inherit them. She's adorable, and we're so excited to meet her when it's safe. The middle name was my grandma's middle name, Louise. So I think there's a little homage to that. And hi, Everly, her other daughter. She's watching, so wanted to say hi.
Congratulations, guys. Cute baby.
Yeah.
Bubblegum goodbye. Craziest way you've gotten injured.
Oh, I've done so many things. I jumped off a car. I was breakdancing once. One time I threw a ball. I looked at my friend and dislocated my shoulder once. Jason, I've done a lot of terrible, weird things. How about you? Oh, I was popping it low at the VFW once and busted my kneecap.
I got my hand caught in a Pringles can because I had a fat little hand and it cut my hand.
That's great. That was better.
That's gonna do it for us. If you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.